out of the line of sight of your support there, but Dragon Blade comes on out from Swoosh, and he's going to jump in to the cave line. Now actually hunting down after that Winston Blade reinforced will fall down to, gets the dash reset. Swoosh coming up huge. That's a 3K for him, but still, the point is being contested. Tracer and D.Va on it so far, as Swoosh was able to get the D-Mech onto Madison, and he's going to clean up.
Yeah, they're just going to stall for as long as they can. Try to take some extra key seconds away from Movistar Riders as they're looking to transition into the second phase. But both teams, probably for the most part, keeping their same comp. Zebasai, we have to wonder. You got the Blade on Swoosh, which is going to be popping off here. This is so dangerous for Misfits as they're now committing the sound barrier here to try to hold on.
Really weird fight coming out from Movistar Riders there as they decided to take that inside, but finally they are going to be able to clean this up using that Primal Rage along with the Tactical Visor. It looked inadvisable at this point, but now they are fighting back. They're trading. But it's all down to Monatan here. As he gets D-Mech'd, he will get cleaned up, and that's Dante getting that final frag. And now we're moving in to the warehouse portion of Route 66.
So Misfits will start to finish before that.
Dragon Blade comes out from Nevix, but it's Logic's trying to get that sticky. Will not connect as Kolsti cleans up Nevix. It's a 1-for-1 exchange as they will be able to get the kill onto Mineral, and now they're just meters away with 50 seconds left on the clock. Cleaning house. It is going to be Swoosh coming in. Primal Rage comes out from reinforced, but he's already dropped down to about 100 HP. Gets cleaned up by Dante, and now it's coming down to the wire. They are trying their best to contest on the side of Misfits, staggering in one by one as Finzi gets the kill onto Mineral.
They have no ultimates though, and Finzi has attack fires already. He's actually going to be useless here in just a few seconds. They have no ultimates to defend. They're just going to keep losing, man. They're just trying to stop. They can just for like 20 seconds and be looking good, but the problem is the kill feed. It's just all red, and Misfits will eventually give at this point with only 25 seconds remaining for Movistar Riders.
Not quite yet.
Oh no, they're all in the cave. He's going for the pulse bomb. I think he stuck it. He's going to get nothing. Damn it, Tavik. You had such a good opportunity there, but either way, he forces them back, which allows the payload to continue to move here. The self-destruct being thrown into just to maybe get the resuit in for Manhattan, but Movistar are not out just yet.
But with Reinforce getting 2 kills, both off the Swoosh and Dante, the defense really just falling here in the face of this Winston.
What is going on? I think he just got like 4 or 5 kills there. But a solid attack, right? I think a lot more solid than we saw Movistar on the initial push. And
has made some decent distance so far, as it is finally getting contested by Movistar Riders. Now Nevix pushes forward. It's going to be with the help of Manhattan, cleans up Swoosh, and now finds a second, takes out Dante.
That was a sick helix rocket, hitting both supports, hitting up Tuno and over to Dante at the same time, taking him down to half HP so they can just be focused down. They just give up their entire second point control. They lost out on first completely. They're losing out on second. And the time Misfit has now to go for this final push is going to be insane.
5 minutes. It's going to be on the clock for Misfits here to just finish this off. Now, Movistar Riders, they do have that lifeline, right? They to get their respawns in. They've got the nano boost on to Kolsti there, forcing them on back. Neptuno gets spotted out by Tavik. Has to be careful.
He misses the translocator, but he's still alive here. Manson somehow to get Dante down. They did invest the nano onto Kolsti to make him extra strong, so he's not dropped immediately here, but with the May being played out of Swoosh, he's going to buy a lot of time. Problem is there's no one to deal with Manhattan. Nevix is already applying so much pressure, and Reinforce getting the kills. They're finally going to do it, but 9 seconds ahead of Movistar Riders when they had 5 minutes of time to finish off that third point. That is, and with the payload still being contested, Misfits are trying to pull them out, trying to get them a little bit too aggressive. Nevix is very low in health. He's eventually going to fall here, and that's the initial kill Movistar needed.
Oh, Pulse Bomb came out and didn't actually stick onto Mineral, but he walked right into it, and already 4 kills going over in favor of Movistar Riders.
This is looking good for them, so they're going to get a lot of progress here. Nevix just, the rest of the team just trying to stall as long as they possibly can. The question now comes into, will they go for the second contest on the point? They're going to have to, right? But they've got really nothing to work with here. With Swoosh being this far pushed up, he's going to have a blade available. Finzi is working towards his Graviton about 50%, so it's a lot of logics to get a pulse bomb off earlier on. And ideally, if they can pull things off correctly, you're going to have Finzi to be able to match with logics to hit that pulse bomb Graviton Surge combo. But now, potentially the final attack here, Misfits, they do have a nano. They're going to use on the reinforce to try to focus out the back line.
Yeah, Dante immediately goes down to that, but the Primal Rage is going to get used there by Kolsti, just get them off the point. And now, with Swoosh, he's got that Dragon Blade, trying to find the reset, but it's his counterpart that takes out Neptuno. Kolsti staying alive, got his own Primal Rage there, was able to get the kill onto Zebasai, and now Movistar Riders might have just been able to clean this up.
They invested the nano, they invested the pulse bomb, and they really didn't get much of that. Mansion switching over to the soldier instead of playing the D.Va, and Movistar are going to get this first point. It's now 4 points in total for them. Finzi, 76% on his Graviton. Movistar cannot afford to drop off this point, but Logix, he's just trying to look for some early picks. If he can just pulse bomb up here, maybe get an early kill or two, you can continue this progression, continue this momentum. Misfits have to put a hold on this, and they've invested back into the triple DPS.
At this point, it looks so difficult for Misfits. Once you get into these overtime situations, a lot of teams kind of lose their head, but we do see them regrouping as a team so far. So they are maintaining the composure, but Movistar Riders, they have so many ultimates coming up. Finzi almost has his Graviton Surge. Logix has his Pulse Bomb, so they have that combo at the ready, but it doesn't matter! Logix coming in with the triple kill off that Pulse Bomb, and now it's going to be more free ground. I mean, they're on borrowed time here.
I'm sorry if I just blew anyone's ears up and made their ears bleed, but that was insane. He picks himself up a triple kill off of one ultimate. They're able to maintain the sound barrier. They're able to actually keep the Graviton Surge into later on. This is so big for them. Yes, Misfits are finally starting to get some ultimates, but Finzi, if he just gets a grab in this position, Swoosh gets the resets with dashes, Colston there just electrocuting them all. This is looking bad for Misfits.
Sound barriers coming on out. There's the Graviton Surge, connects onto the majority of Misfits. That's 3 kills already going over for them. This payload is getting contested now, but Misfits just have no presence whatsoever. They get cleaned up, and Movistar Riders, they're going to get the second checkpoint.
Jamerson, this is looking a lot like my ranked games, man. This is really starting to me here. Misfits just cannot hold Movistar off. All it takes is just one nice boop. Just clear all 5 off for half a second, and you lock this one down. But now 2 points, they've already lost. There's no way. Do not tell me Movistar are going to continue to make this into the final push here.
Oh, here we go. That's that pulse bomb. And it got connected onto Madison, and he sprinted it into the team. But here we go. Dragon Blade comes on out from Nevix, but it's immediately answered by the Transcendence from Dante. Swoosh now answers in kind. He pushes forward with the help of Colstein. Gets the kill onto Nevix. Now Swoosh. Double kill comes out for him. Logix with another pulse bomb just to finish off Mineral here. Now Movistar Riders just snowballing out of control.
Colsey played that perfectly. He popped his Primal Rage and knocked Nevix away. He kept him off the rest of his team and allowed them to pick up the kill onto him and allowed Swoosh to get aggressive into the backline. Misfits are still throwing everything they have into this one every single time. They have not been able to have that strong combo, but for them, Movistar have no ultimates. They have the Primal Rage coming up soon, but there's no offensive ultimates to stop them. But Madison, he gets dropped by Finzi. That is not the start you want to see. Are they ever going to be able to hold on to this point? Finally, Reinforce is able to respond with the kill on Neptuno, but they need more kills, and they're just not getting them.
Yeah, they're just getting cleaned up by the Colsty and Logix so far. Swoosh dropped down to 15 HP, finally gets cleaned up by Tavik and Reinforce. After actually holding on to his Primal Rage for about the last 2.5 minutes, we'll pop it. Tavik now cleaning up. Colsty goes on down as just this Tracer Logix finally goes down, and Movistar Riders will be stopped. But Movistar Riders are just trying to regroup here.
All right, you see Manson, he always has his attack visor up. He's looking for a good position here on the high ground. Tavik gets a nice early kill here. Manson's gonna pop his attack visor, realizing we need to win this fight. We need to keep this progression going. Now, Tavik, with picking up those 2 kills, is gonna allow them to do just that. Vinci's gonna fall too, but this goes back to what you said before, right, Jamerson? Movistar realized they have so much distance and so much time to worry about, or to not worry about, most importantly, is they can just wait for one big combo. You grab them off the point, boom, you win the game. Maybe Manson here, once we do see them cap the point, should switch to Diva, because they cannot let this grab come off, or they know they're going to be losing this map.
Yeah, that is going to be very telling what Manson does in these next few seconds. Instead, he sprints forward with that Soldier 76, so they're not going to look for any kind of mitigation. And so far, Finzi hasn't been able to build up much, but he has plenty of time. He's at 66% right now, and really, Movistar Riders, if they want to, this could be their go button, but with Colsty going on down, I don't think so. Zebasai finding the second kill onto Swoosh there. They're just trying to burn as much time, because remember, the longer overtime goes on, the faster it'll burn away if they jump off the point.
It's such a different second phase start for both these two teams, where Movistar actually pushed into the spawn of Misfits practically, or Misfits stayed grouped together. Logix could have went big with a pulse bomb, and now with Finzi at 75%, you have a grab pulse bomb combo. Misfits have nothing to stop this except maybe somehow Mineral gets a sound barrier off at the perfect time. Mineral, the pressure's all on him. He has to hit a sound barrier at the right time to prevent Movistar from actually closing them out. Then Zebasai has to trance after that to make sure they can all stay alive. But even if you do that, you still have Swoosh with the blade ready to go after.
I mean, they could even also go with the nano boosted Tracer there, just to give it that a little bit extra oomph with that pulse bomb. But Finzi is still struggling to actually get it. Yeah, sound barrier used by Misfits, and it just completely fizzled there. Now that's going to force Misfits to go ahead and use their Transcendence too. Now both support ultimates are gone. But Manhattan did get the kill on to Neptuno there as he was trying to go for his own beat.
I said, okay, they're letting themselves wipe. They're letting themselves reset here. They have the ultimates. They have every piece of the puzzle to finish this one off. They don't need the pulse bomb anymore because they have the Graviton and the Dragon Blade. There's no sound barrier. There's no Transcendence. Misfits have nothing to stop this grab from coming in. I really want to see someone switch to Driva here. You have to go for the Hail Mary, Defense Matrix E onto that Graviton Surge to somehow come back from this one, because you're not going to do anything if that grab lands.
Yeah, unfortunately, I believe it's largely Maniton that plays the Zarya on the side of Misfits here, and he's sitting on that tactical visor, so it might be a little bit of a gambler's fallacy at this point. There we go, we've got the Nano Blade coming on in, immediately jumps onto Zebasai, takes him on down, but Maniton had the answer, had the reply, takes him on out, but Logitech comes in, Logix comes in, gets a triple kill, and this might just be it. Movistar Riders forcing them on the point. Colsty cleans up Nevix, and now it's all down to Zebasai and Tivik to try and keep this alive, but with Tivik going on down, that will be Movistar Riders completing out Route 66. If Finzi can do a better job of trying to build up his Graviton Surge a little bit quicker than he did on Route 66. I mean, there is Maniton on that Diva there for him trying to farm it off of. He's currently at 15% so far. I haven't been able to see the barriers, how he's been using those so far, but Logic's facing off against Tivik once again on the high ground as the recall. He does have to back off. Colsey gets that first frag on to reinforce.
Finzi's at about 75 energy too. Like, this man has been able to get a lot of these bubbles up at the right time, and he's taking advantage of Mantis on the Diva. Obviously, Zarya counters Diva so strongly, and you build up a lot of extra ult percent. He's already at 44%. Not too bad for himself at all, but there's always the potential for him to get a little bit more energy. The problem is he's now gone down. The point's been unlocked for quite a long time here. We've had double sound barriers come out from both teams, trying to really contest this one, trying to get this first fight in their side.
Yeah, just awkward positioning coming out for Movistar Riders there as Finzi was just caught off from the rest of his supports. If he could have just stayed alive with that 70 energy, it could have been huge, but now Logix and Colsty going forward. Transcendence is going to be used by Movistar Riders, and the point still hasn't even been taken.
Finzi actually did drop. He switched over to Soldier, so he dropped the 50% ultimate he had built up because they realized they want this Soldier played. Now, the difference of how that fight happened, but we do have the tac visor ready. Manton does have a self-destruct, and this goes back to what you talked about before, right? If you self-destruct, you can't defense matrix, and that gives a great opportunity for them to fight, but they don't even need it. Actually, they're not going to get the tac visor off because Nevix has himself a double kill with the Swift Strike, and with Movistar now in overtime, the respawns are coming slower. Misfits still have not lost a single man on point, and Misfits looking strong to pull this first point in their favor.
Yeah, this is going to be easy cleanup. We even got that Dragon Blade coming out from Nevix, but Finzi's just going to go ahead and jump off the ledge there. Misfits walk away with the first.
It was recalled, though. He only has a small window to really use it, or else he's just going to fall into the pit of death. But they get the high ground control initially, and now he's waiting to go in directly behind them here. I don't believe he's been spotted out, but look at this. They're allowing Movistar to get aggressive, which allows Tivik to get an easy flank here, directly on Dante. That's going to be him and Nevix pairing together to take down Finzi too. That's what you want to see out of Misfits. That's how you play this dive comp in tandem well to DPS.
There was almost no delay on that whatsoever. As soon as he spotted him out, you saw Nevix jump right on top of him. Great communication coming out from Misfits here, and they're really starting to come alive here on Nepal.
Let's see. Point still hasn't been captured, though. You can see Logic trying to buy some time, and eventually, I would imagine he should fall here, but he's got backup coming in. Switch there to join him. Logic will go down to Maniton. But Reinforce, they've lost their big front tank line. But eventually, Misfits do capture the point, but at what cost? They've lost. So it's Finzi trying to stick to Dante to give him that biotic field and heal him up whenever he does need. But Logic's coming around. He's looking for the win side. I think he's looking for Reinforce ideally here. But there's 2 initial kills coming through. Movistar Riders have no response to it.
Yeah, Nevix was just right on top of Finzi that entire time. Takes him out of the equation. They're just winning these team fights so handily. Now Reinforce getting the jump kill onto Logix. 97, 98, and there's no one from Movistar Riders to even get close. That's going to be the second point for Misfits, and they're just 1 point away from tying it up in this best-of-3 series.
So I don't want to get ahead of myself here, Jamerson, but
we're having trouble closing that on out. Swoosh, deflect down, has to be careful as the Winston is right there in front of him. It's going to be Nevix that takes out Finzi, and so with the tank line gone, with the damage mitigation gone, Misfits are now cleaning house.
Misfits looking good here. I actually personally thought Koth was going to be one of their weaker game modes. Control a little bit difficult for them, especially with the communication problems maybe they're having within the team, but either way, the initial hold. They still haven't been able to pick the point just yet because they want to solidify these kills before they do it. Build that extra ult percent. Manton having a pretty good game on Soldier, actually. Person to be there, right? Which allows Finzi to just sit on that high perch and get so much damage in. Or maybe he's not going to have an opportunity because we're seeing Misfits actually just pull back immediately once Movistar goes aggressive. They lost out on 2 people here. Movistar, this was your fight to win.
Yeah, we saw them do this on Route 66 where they had like the better positioning, especially with the Soldier 76, Finzi on it. Doesn't matter though, as Misfits just had to go all out to try and get onto the point to try and contest. That allowed Finzi to get free damage off, and now It's coming down to it. Looks like Movistar Riders might take this to a 4th point here.
They're trying to hold on here. Seeing Reinforce trying to come back into the point, trying to stall as long as he possibly can. The overtime is taken away. Reinforce use up Primal Rage. He's going to continue to stall here. But where's the backbite of Misfits? Is anyone even close? Mineral's finally able to join back in to at least give him some support, but they have no damage. They have no even on the damn point. And that's Movistar taking us to a 4th map here on Nepal. 2 points.
And now we're back onto Sanctum here. Misfits still sitting on map point. Logix gets the initial frag onto Madison. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange as the Tracers once again being really impactful. It's going to be Tvik though that picks up a double, taking out Dante. Now Nevix with a great deflect, just controlling the majority of Movistar Riders.
And Tvik did literally the same thing he did last time on this map. He flanked from the back, picked up some early kills, but it just doesn't matter, it seems, because Misfits have lost out on too many people. They're not going to get the initial capture here at Movistar. Seems like they hit their 2nd win here, because they're really starting to perform well. They're really starting to play well together as a team and really starting to hit these focus targets down at the right times. Dante, he's got no transcendence to stop this one as Reinforce is going to jump in there, force them into this tight area, into this room, and Swoosh is going to be the first one to pop.
We have the Transcendence getting used by Zebasai, but it's a little too late as Logix comes in. Once again, another 2-man pulse bomb. Nevix tries to answer in kind, though, picks up 3. Might have just equalized this, stabilized it for Misfits, but Logix will clean him up.
Oh, that was a big kill too, and he's just somehow able to dodge away from Tvik. Reinforce is just going to jump in. He does get that point into overtime. They know they can potentially have the man advantage. As Manson here now off to the side is able to pick up that first initial kill. Even Mineral somehow is able to chime in on the Coasty. The overtime is taken away here. Movistar, then he gets sold on the point. Swoosh, he's going to be the man to do it. But the Sound Bear is going to be used out of Misfits just to stall as long as they possibly can. And Swoosh again is going to be the man to touch the point, but he needs backup. They need to start getting kills.
Yeah, now they're just getting cleaned up one by one. Misfits were able to do it off the back of Nevix. That was a huge Dragon Blade, picking up 3 kills, bought them enough time, and took enough people off the point that Misfits were just able to come in.
Really against him to not give him the freedom and the comfort that Swoosh wants to or needs to play with the Genji. But again, giving up the high ground control here. But we start trying to play this angle, which allows Finzi in this position to get a lot of free damage in. As long as he doesn't just get completely shut down by Zenyatta, which we don't even have on the side of Misfits, then he should be fine here. But Tvik's trying to challenge down against him, and we can't forget, we don't see Tvik playing Soldier much, but he's a really good soldier.
Now, interesting thing is, Movistar Riders, they were given the tick for free at this point, almost a minute's ticked away, as Logix does get the D-Mech onto Maniton, but Nevix finds the frag onto Neptuno. And so support for the tank so far, as Swoosh, though, is answering back, taking out his counterpart. Now this is the snowball that we see in these fights, especially when you've got that Genji ready to go with the dash resets.
But Zebo, he's got his nano, so the snowball effect here shouldn't really work. But Dante and Finzi are getting really actually scarily close to their ultimates. That actually worries me a lot, because Nevix isn't going to have his blade, and you're going to allow Finzi to use this blade towards this middle ground. He's also trying to, well, not the only man there to defend the middle ground, because he's going to have Reinforce to be able to jump in as well, but Tvik already going down to Coasty.
Dragon Blade comes on out from both sides, but it's Swoosh that gets the first frag, taking out Mineral, and oh no! Nevix goes down, he got that nano boost, and so man advantage going on over for Movistar Riders, but Swoosh will go down.
That was
clean.
damn sexy. Yeah. He gets up to the middle ground from that position, and he does at least force Manson away, but the self-destruct going to come in, not really going to do too much. A third of the point has been captured, so Movistar at least have that to fall back to, but Tvik on the high ground isn't being dealt with. And we saw this earlier on when you and I were watching some of the offline matches. You have to somehow deal with this, but you cannot allow a soldier to sit up there, or he's going to defend.
I think particularly we were looking at Monitros here on the side of Singularity Ninjas, who was able to continually get up top for that high ground. And even though Tvik was actually holding over by point B with about 6 minutes left, but now it's all been dwindled away. Nice pulse bomb comes out from Logix, takes out Zebasai, but Maniton answered back, taking out Coasty. Here comes the self-destruct out on the side of Movistar Riders. Is now going to connect. Swoosh will onto Nevix as the fight is taking place on the point so far. Tvik tries to push forward with that tactical advisor, but Finzi is there with that defense matrix. He does finally get some damage off with it, and with that Helix rocket will force the mech on out, and it looks like Misfits have just been able to stabilize, as we do have Colsey jumping onto the point, but the Dragon Blade comes out for Nevix. He's going to even get the nano boost onto Reinforce, and they will be able to clean up, and only 42.9% on the board for Movistar Riders.
So this is something that's always frustrated me about Misfits, is that
far as they're making another approach on in. Neptuno just looking for a good EMP. But because there's no Zenyatta on the field for Misfits, he doesn't have the best of targets. He's just looking for anyone at this point, as Misfits have already cleaned up 3 kills, and he commits that EMP into that fight.
Yeah, I think it's you mean you might as well. I think they lost 3 people. He wanted to use it before they died, right? But you're going to be switching away from that anyways into the second point. So why not use it, maybe pick up a kill or 2, and then just switch over eventually. I mean, he's still sitting on it. I would imagine he's going to be switching off. Go towards Lucio, go towards Zenyatta, probably Lucio in this situation. Are they really going to continue to run single healer here? So there's no one to really stop them here. And they're going to Nano Blade momentarily. Movistar, they're going to have to pump this EMP up at the right time, or someone hit a pulse bomb just like that. And Zevasai to shut any sort of combo off. And I would imagine, no, Zevasai used it. He used it on to reinforce. They didn't try to put it into the DPS. They want reinforce to go ham. He picks up 2 kills. Nevix uses the Dragon Blade. They pump a sound barrier. They might pull this off here, Jamerson.
That's the EMP coming on out, but there's no one there. They will be able to complete it out. Misfits able to complete it out here on Hanamura, get the 2-1 victory over Movistar Riders. And this